All right, guys, today is day 11 of construction, so I'm going to go ahead and give the overall update. Not that much different from day 10, other than the fact that all the walls got higher. And then I want to give you one update, one change we made in the master bedroom, and then the specific item, I want to go over the septic because they made some real great progress with the septic. So as you can see here, the walls are taking shape. They're starting to go up higher. Now the ceilings in here are 12 foot tall, so very tall ceilings. They got a lot more block to lay, but again, the rooms are taking shape. The big change today is the master. So let me jump over this wall and go into the master. We did make a change. And that's the beauty of having a great contractor. We have the blueprints, and they have all the sizes of everything. And then I decided to make a change, and the contractor that I have is very open to change and said no problem. So here's the master bedroom, and the window just seems small. There's only going to be one window in here. So the TV will be on this wall. This is going into Wilma's master closet. And then this wall will be facing the carport. And then this will be all glass with a slider going out to the pool. So we are standing here looking at this window and said, it just looks a little small. So we went to the plan, and that's the way the engineer and architect drew it up. So we sat down and said to the contractor, is there any way we can make a change? Now, we already have some of the wall already laid, the hollow block. But we made a decision to go from this wide to this wide. So I believe that's 1.8 meters. Then this was, I believe, 120, if I'm not mistaken. So we went from 120 wide to 180 wide. So now they're going to obviously have to cut out that hollow block to widen it. But the contractor said no problem. He's going to purchase a bigger window and install it for us for no additional charge. So it just looked visually better. So again, hats off to the contractor. Giving them that change, especially the guys did that work, that hard work, but they'll go ahead and make quick work of it and make that opening wider, and we'll have a bigger window here in the master. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So what I want to do is the specific item today is the septic, and looks like they made some good progress. I kind of want to show you and share with you what has been done. So I'm heading that way now, and I do all these videos while the guys are on lunch, so you can see they got some hammocks set up and they're taking their siesta while they're on their lunch hour. But look at the septic, guys. It's nearly complete. So just kind of go over the actual plan, and I'm just being cautious walking. So the septic itself is completed. They rendered the 3 chambers. So this is chamber 1, where both toilets will empty into, and then chamber 2 is the overflow for the toilet. And then chamber 3 will also be overflow if ever need be, but it'll also be where all the sink water and the shower water will go, this 3rd chamber. So it's all rendered with smooth concrete, that sand and cement mix. They smoothed it out, and then they also dug down and got any pieces of cement that was down at the bottom, and they dug that out and pulled it out. Then what they did was they built, at a Coco Lumber, a frame going all the way around. Then they laid plywood. Then they laid rebar. Then they poured cement. And you can see it's several inches thick. And then they have the clean outs. So there's 2 types of clean outs. There's these orange ones, which there's actually 4 of them. So 1, and then it's under that burlap is 2. There's another one over there, 3, and then there's another one over there, 4. So there's 2 for chamber 1, 1 for chamber 2, 1 for chamber 3. So those orange is for if it ever needs to be sucked out, you can put a tube in there and suck it out. And then if that doesn't work, you have the old-fashioned way of pulling out these big cement blocks that have rebar. I don't know if you can see the rebar. And you'll be able to hook onto that and lift up. And that's still drying. You can see that they got the sacks so it doesn't stick to the actual top of the septic. So there's 2 types of cleanouts. So I thought that was pretty good. So they've made some real good progress here. So that is complete. Now, so the last thing obviously is a lot of backfill that needs to be done. And then obviously everything needs to be hooked up once we do the rough end of the plumbing, and that's, you know, that's down the road. But we're doing a leach field. And from what I understand, you don't see many of them in the Philippines. But I was adamant I do not want problems with this filling up. So what we're doing here is with 4-inch PVC, so the same size PVC that you're using for the going into the septic. We'll have a leach field here about, I believe, 80% up from the septic. There'll be a 4-inch hole. The PVC will go into that, and then on an angle down on my side of the fence, we'll go out, and I believe we're going 32 feet now. So they're 8-foot sections times 4 is 32 feet. The first 8 foot will be solid, and then the second, third, and fourth piece will have holes drilled in the bottom for the leach, and it'll be angled down, and then we'll fill it with about 12 inches of gravel, and then that PVC will sit on top of that 12 inches of gravel. And then we're going to put sacks, and actually that came from a viewer. A viewer said, hey, when I did it, I did the same thing. I did a leach and I put sacks on top of the pipe, so then when you backfill, you don't get dirt to go down into the gravel with the you know, the possible rainwater draining through and plugging up the stone, which indeed wouldn't allow the bath water and the sink water to leach out. So I thought that was a great idea. So from a subscriber who suggested that, thank you very much. We're taking your suggestion and we're going to implement that here on the site. So again, thank you. So 32 feet with 3 sections being perforated, drilled holes, and we'll have a leach field. So that is today's specific update. So from here in Darwin, that's construction day 11 update, and I'll talk to you guys later.